Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you work, money slips away just as quickly as it arrives, like something invisible inside your home is quietly draining your stability, your peace, and your opportunities? You clean, you organize, you try to stay positive, yet a subtle heaviness remains. In Feng Shui, there is one place almost everyone overlooks. A place connected to water. And water, when aligned, nourishes wealth. But when misaligned, it becomes escape, it becomes loss. For more than 40 years, I have watched families transform their financial destiny, not by changing their jobs, but by correcting this hidden energetic leak. And in most cases, the source was the same: the bathroom. Not because it is dirty, but because it is energetically open. Tonight, you will discover how to close that invisible drain and restore the natural flow of abundance back into your life. When this correction is made properly, the shift does not feel forced. It feels natural. The mind becomes clearer, the home becomes lighter, tension softens, opportunities begin to appear without struggle. This is not superstition, it is energetic alignment. And I will guide you step by step through a simple ritual using garlic, cinnamon, a green candle, and intention to seal this loss and reactivate prosperity where it belongs. But there is one specific mistake most people make that silently reverses the effect and keeps them trapped in financial stagnation. Stay with me, because once you see it, you will never look at your bathroom the same way again. Before we go any further, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel for powerful insights on Buddhist teachings, Feng Shui, and ancient wisdom. Your support helps us bring more life-changing content your way. Comment below: I seal every invisible leak and allow prosperity to remain in my life. This simple affirmation is your first step to aligning with the universe's prosperity. By declaring this, you activate the energy of balance, prosperity, and financial freedom in your life. Your home is not just a place where you sleep, eat, and store your belongings. It is a living, energetic field that constantly interacts with your mind, your emotions, and your life path. In Feng Shui, we understand that energy, known as qi, flows through your home the same way blood flows through your body. When this flow is balanced and protected, it nourishes clarity, strengthens emotional stability, and allows opportunities to take root naturally. But when this flow is disrupted, weakened, or allowed to escape, it can quietly erode your sense of security and your ability to retain prosperity. This happens gradually, often without obvious warning, until instability begins to feel normal. Over the past 40 years, I have worked with families who believed their financial struggles were caused by external conditions alone. Yet when small, energetic corrections were made within their homes, their emotional state improved. Their thinking became clearer, and slowly their financial situation began to stabilize. This revealed a powerful truth. The home is not separate from your destiny. It participates in shaping it. When most people think about improving the energy of their home, they focus on the front door, the bedroom, or the kitchen. These spaces are often associated with opportunity, rest, and nourishment. But in Feng Shui, one of the most influential areas is also the most overlooked. It is a place people enter and leave quickly, rarely stopping long enough to consider its deeper energetic meaning. The bathroom. At first, this may seem surprising. After all, it is simply a functional space. But energetically, its role is far more significant than most realize. The bathroom is designed for elimination. It is where water is released, drained, and removed. In Feng Shui, water symbolizes wealth, flow, and abundance. When water is calm and contained, it represents stability and nourishment. But when water continuously escapes, it reflects loss. Over time, this symbolic pattern influences the energetic environment of the home. Without awareness, the bathroom can become a quiet exit point for prosperity, weakening the energetic foundation that supports financial stability and emotional balance. To understand why this matters so deeply, you must first understand the true nature of water in energetic terms. In Feng Shui, water is not just a physical element, it is a carrier of possibility. It represents movement, circulation, and the ability of abundance to reach you and remain with you. When water is contained, guided, and respected, it nourishes life. It supports growth, it creates continuity. This is why calm lakes, gentle rivers, and still pools are associated with stability and prosperity. They hold energy, they preserve it, they allow it to accumulate and strengthen over time. But when water escapes without direction, its meaning changes completely. Escaping water represents loss. It represents resources leaving faster than they can be replenished. Inside the home, the bathroom becomes the primary place where this symbolic release occurs repeatedly. Each drain reinforces the energetic pattern of letting go. And over time, this repeated symbolism can subtly condition the energetic environment, making it more difficult for prosperity to settle, remain, and grow. There is a simple action that many people overlook, yet it carries profound energetic meaning, keeping the toilet lid closed at all times when it is not in use. This may appear insignificant on the surface, but in Feng Shui, symbols shape energetic behavior. An open toilet represents an open energetic exit. It reinforces the unconscious message that energy, stability, and prosperity are free to leave without resistance. Over time, this open state weakens the home's ability to retain the energetic conditions that support financial continuity and emotional grounding. When the lid is closed, the symbolism changes immediately. Closure represents containment. It signals preservation. It creates a boundary between what must be released and what must be protected. This simple habit restores a sense of energetic integrity within the space. It is not about control through force, but about creating an environment where prosperity feels safe to remain rather than constantly encouraged to escape. Energetic leakage rarely announces itself loudly. It begins subtly, through patterns that feel frustrating but difficult to explain. Money enters your life but never seems to accumulate. Just as you begin to feel stable, unexpected expenses appear and quietly pull you backward again. You work harder, stay disciplined, and remain responsible, yet the results never fully reflect your effort. This creates a quiet emotional weight, not panic, but a persistent sense that something is working against you beneath the surface. Over time, this energetic imbalance begins to affect more than finances. You may notice a constant mental fog, difficulty focusing, or a lack of clarity when making decisions. Your home may feel heavier, less peaceful, less restorative. Rest does not fully restore you. Motivation fades more quickly. Even moments of opportunity can feel distant or fragile. These are not random experiences. They are often signals that the energetic environment around you is no longer preserving stability, but slowly allowing it to drain away. Sarah was not careless with her life. She was disciplined, responsible, and deeply committed to creating stability for herself and her family. For years, she worked consistently, managing her expenses carefully and doing everything she believed was necessary to build a secure future. But slowly, something began to change. Unexpected bills appeared without warning. Small financial setbacks became frequent. Her savings, once stable, began to shrink. At first, she told herself it was temporary, but the pattern did not stop. It intensified, and with it came a growing emotional exhaustion she could not fully explain. Her home, once a place of comfort, began to feel different, heavier, quieter. Rest did not restore her the way it once had. At night, she struggled to sleep, her thoughts circling endlessly around uncertainty and fear. She began to question herself, wondering if she had made mistakes she could not see. It was during this time that she reconnected with an old friend who had spent years studying feng shui. After visiting Sarah's home, her friend noticed something most people would never consider. The energetic condition of her bathroom revealed a silent but constant pattern of loss that Sarah had never been taught to recognize. What Sarah learned next was not complicated, but it was precise. In feng shui, certain natural elements carry specific energetic functions. They do not create prosperity by force. They restore balance by absorbing stagnation, activating movement, and guiding intention. Each component of the ritual exists for a reason. Garlic, for example, has been used for centuries as a powerful energetic purifier. Its role is to absorb heavy, stagnant vibrations that accumulate silently over time. It does not push energy outward. It draws imbalance inward, neutralizing its disruptive influence. Cinnamon serves a different purpose. Where garlic absorbs, cinnamon activates. It stimulates energetic movement, helping restore circulation where stagnation once existed. The green candle represents growth, stability, and financial restoration. Fire, in this context, symbolizes transformation. It marks the transition between what was and what is being renewed. Paper serves as the physical anchor for intention, allowing invisible emotional weight to take visible form. Together, these elements create alignment between the physical environment and the deeper energetic patterns shaping stability and prosperity. Before any true energetic correction can occur, preparation is essential, not because the objects themselves demand perfection, but because your awareness must be fully present. Sarah was instructed to begin by physically cleaning her bathroom, slowly and intentionally. This was not ordinary cleaning, it was an act of acknowledgement. Each surface she wiped became a symbolic gesture of clearing what had been ignored: the mirror, the sink, the floor. With each movement, she began to reconnect with the space, no longer seeing it as a place of routine, but as a place of energetic influence. Equally important was the preparation of her mind. She was asked to enter the space without distraction. No rushing, no divided attention, just quiet presence. The purpose was to create alignment between her intention and her environment. Because in Feng Shui, transformation does not begin with objects, it begins with awareness. When Sarah was ready, the ritual began with the simplest but most important step. She took a small piece of paper and wrote down, slowly and honestly, the financial burdens that had been weighing on her. Not just the numbers, but the emotions connected to them, the fear, the exhaustion, the uncertainty. Writing allowed what had been invisible to take form. It brought hidden weight into conscious awareness. She was not told to deny it or fight it, only to acknowledge it fully, without resistance. Next, she held a single clove of garlic in her hands. She closed her eyes and allowed her attention to settle. In Feng Shui, intention directs energy. The garlic served as a symbolic absorber, receiving the stagnant patterns that had accumulated over time. She placed it beside the paper. Then she sprinkled a small amount of cinnamon over the paper, activating the intention of movement and restoration. Finally, she lit a green candle. The flame burned steadily, representing continuity and renewal. After several quiet moments, she folded the paper and released it into the toilet. Without hesitation, she flushed it away. She did not watch it leave. The act was not about loss. It was about closure. In the days that followed, Sarah did not experience a sudden miracle. There was no dramatic event, no instant transformation that erased every difficulty overnight. Instead, the change began quietly. The first thing she noticed was not financial, it was emotional. The constant pressure she had been carrying began to soften. Her thoughts felt less crowded. The sense of urgency that had once followed her everywhere began to loosen its grip. Her home, which had felt heavy and unwelcoming, now felt calmer, more stable, as if something invisible had stopped pulling against her. With this shift came clarity. She began to see solutions she had not noticed before. Conversations became easier. Decisions felt less overwhelming. Slowly, opportunities that once seemed distant began to move closer. Her financial situation did not change by accident. It changed because the energetic conditions supporting stability had been restored. The constant drain had been sealed, allowing her effort to finally accumulate instead of continuously escaping. What Sarah experienced reflects a deeper law that exists beyond effort alone. Prosperity is not sustained by action alone, but by alignment. In Feng Shui, your environment and your inner state are not separate forces. They operate together, continuously influencing one another. When your space reflects containment, clarity, and intention, your mind begins to mirror those same qualities. Stability no longer feels fragile. Opportunity no longer feels distant. Instead, there is a growing sense of continuity. Energy begins to circulate without resistance, supporting both emotional balance and material growth. This is not about forcing outcomes. It is about removing the silent conditions that weaken them. When energetic leakage is corrected, your effort gains strength, your decisions gain clarity, your environment begins to support you rather than quietly working against you. Prosperity in its true form is not something you chase. It is something that remains when the conditions that once pushed it away have finally been brought into balance. Now that you understand how easily prosperity can be weakened, you also understand how it can be protected. Your home is not fixed. It responds to your awareness. It responds to your intention. And the moment you begin to correct what was once ignored, you begin to restore what was once leaving. This is how stability returns, not through force, but through alignment, not through struggle, but through conscious presence. The power to preserve and strengthen the flow of abundance has always been closer than you were taught to believe. If you are ready to close every silent exit that has been weakening your stability, take a moment now and affirm your intention. You may write in the comments, "I choose to seal all energetic leaks and allow prosperity to remain." This simple act strengthens your commitment. Because when awareness becomes action, your environment begins to reflect the future you are ready to receive. Now, I encourage you to do something powerful. Write in the comments below, "I seal every invisible leak and allow prosperity to remain in my life." This is more than just engagement. It is a way of setting your intention into movement. Declaring your focus in a public space sends a strong, energetic message that you are ready to align with your goals. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more content on Buddhist teachings, Feng Shui, and ancient wisdom. And don't forget to share this with someone who could use a little more prosperity in their life. Let's spread the energy of abundance together. See you in the next video.